Good morning, students. So today we are going to start our next chapter, chapter number 7. Chapter number 7, frequency diagram. Frequency diagram. Histogram, polygon and ogive. Histogram, polygon and ogive. So actually, student, diagram discussed in the last chapter are generally used for the purpose of publicity, and they present the data in an attractive style, but still there is a method which is more reliable than this. So from the statistical point of view, graphic presentation, okay, graphic presentation is such more accurate and appropriate than the diagrammatic presentation. So in the situation, then diagram as well as the graphs can be used. The latter is preferred because of disadvantages over the former. So like diagrammatic presentation, graphic presentation also provide a quick and easier way of understanding various trends of data. And it is also facilitate the process of comparison of two more situations. Okay, so students, actually there are two types of graphs. Also types of graphs. Yes, first is frequency distribution graph. Frequency distribution graph. And second is time series graph. Time series graph. So student, we have already discussed about the time series graph. So today we will discuss the frequency distribution graph. Okay, so in case of frequency distribution, data is expressed in term of an item or class intervals. Okay, and the class limit or mid values are taken along the x-axis and frequencies along the y-axis. So the most common form of graphs of a frequency distribution are, first is, yes, so the most common forms of graphs of a frequency distribution are distribution are first is line frequency graph. Line frequency graph. Second is histogram. Histogram. Third is frequency polygon. Frequency polygon. Okay. Fourth is ogive. Fourth is frequency curve. Frequency curve. And fifth and last is ogive. or you can say cumulative frequency curve. Cumulative frequency curve. Okay, students. So today we will discuss our line frequency graph, histogram, and histogram. So first is line frequency graph. First is line frequency graph. Yes, so such graphs are used to depict discrete series. Okay, discrete series को क्या करने के लिए, उनको दिखाने के लिए डिस्क्रीट सीरीज हम यहाँ पर रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं डिस्क्रीट सीरीज को, तो उनके लिए डिस्क्रीट सीरीज के लिए हम लोग लाइन फ्रीक्वेंसी ग्राफ बनाते हैं. सो सच ग्राफ्स आर यूज्ड टू डिपिक्ट डिस्क्रीट सीरीज. So in the construction of line frequency graph, the values of variable are measured on x-axis and the corresponding frequencies on the y-axis. Okay, so now students, we take an example. So prepare a line frequency graph from the given data, and the data are given weight, yes, weight in kg and number of students. Number of students are given. Okay, so weight in kg, this is 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. And the number of students are given 4, 6, 9, 8, 18, 26, and 15. Dear students, so now we make a line frequency graph. So first of all, weight of the student is taken on the x-axis and number of students on the y-axis. Okay, students, so first of all, we write the heading. So now the heading is, we can write line frequency graph showing weight of various students. Weight of various students. Okay, and scale we can choose 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kg on x-axis. Okay, and 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students. 5 students on y-axis. Y-axis. Okay. Now, yes. So weight actually weight जो आपको 45 से given है. So यहाँ पर this is 0, y and x. So first of all we make a false line on OX axis. Okay. Yes. This is our false line. Clear? Now 45, now we start with the 45, value of 45. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. Okay, and then on y axis 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 45, 49, 50 and 51. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. Okay. And yes, weight of the student in kg. Weight of students in kg and number of students. Number of students. Yeah. So now we make a line frequency graph. So on 45, number of students are 4. So this is our 4. Yes. Okay, student. Now in 45, 46, the value of number of students are 6. Number of students are 6. Okay. Then on 47, 9. 9. Then 8. 8. Okay. Next is 18. 18. Then 26. After that, 15. This is the 15. Okay, students. So this is our line frequency graph. Now the next is histogram. Now we will discuss our next graph, frequency graph, that is histogram. Second is histogram. Yes, students. So histogram is a graph of a frequency distribution in which class intervals are plotted on the OX axis and their respective frequencies on the OY axis. Okay, and it is a two-dimensional diagram. It is a two-dimensional diagram because bar diagram, diagram, that is the one-dimensional diagram, na? But histogram, it is a two-dimensional diagram. Two-dimensional diagram. ओके सो हिस्टोग्राम कहाँ यूज करेंगे जहां पर फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सीरीज गिवन होगी यानी क्लास इंटरवल आपके पास गिवन होते हैं 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Okay, so histogram is a very popular method of presenting continuous series or class interval frequency distribution. Okay, and a histogram is never drawn for a discrete variable. डिस्क्रीट वेरिएबल में कभी हम हिस्टोग्राम नहीं ड्रॉ करते. सो हाइट और लेंथ ऑफ ईच रेक्टेंगल shows the frequency of the class and breadth indicates size of class interval. So therefore total area covered by histograms represent the total frequencies and each rectangle is adjacent to other to give a continuous picture. Okay, so histograms can also be used to determine the value of mode. Okay, mode. So we will discuss in our 10th chapter. So the technique of constructing histogram is illustrated in the following cases. First is, yes, first is equal class interval. When the equal class intervals are given, equal class intervals are given. कुछ केसेस के अंदर हम हिस्टोग्राम बनाते हैं. पहला केस हमारे पास जो होगा वो होगा इक्वल व्हेन द इक्वल क्लास इंटरवल्स आर गिवन. ओके, सो इक्वल क्लास इंटरवल्स are given. Second case is unequal class intervals are given. Unequal class intervals are given. And the third is, in the third case, we will discuss midpoints are given. When the midpoints are given. Okay, and in the fourth case is inclusive class intervals are given. Inclusive class intervals are given. Okay, students. So now the first case we will discuss equal class intervals are given. First case is equal class intervals are given. Yes, so in case of equal class intervals, the height of each rectangle is taken to the equal to the frequency of corresponding class. So in this case, on the OX axis, each class interval is drawn in which width of the rectangle is equal or proportional to the magnitude of class interval. And on the OY axis, we plot the frequencies. Okay, now we take an example, students. So the frequency distribution of marks obtained by 225 students of a college is given. So marks and number of students are given. Marks and number of students. Number of students. Okay, marks 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. And number of students 30, 45, 55, 60, and 35. Clear? Now, students, we make the histogram. Okay, so first of all, we write the title or heading. So we can write histogram. Histogram showing marks of students. Marks of students. Okay, and scale we can choose scale 1 centimeter. Yes, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. 10 marks on x-axis and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students on y-axis. Okay, so now this is a 0, y and x. So 0 to 10, 10 to 20. So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, and number of students. So we can take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so here this is a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Here marks, we show the marks on OX axis and number of students on OY axis. Number of students. Okay, so now we make the histogram. So student, what is the difference between bar diagram, bars and histogram? ओके, सो बार में क्या होता है, वहां पर हमारे पास बीच में एक गैप होता है, डिफरेंस बनाते हैं हम बार बनाते हुए, बट हिस्टोग्राम में हम कोई भी बीच में गैप नहीं छोड़ते। ओके, मिला के बनाते हैं। सो 0 to 10, on 0 to 10, yes, 0 to 10, this is our 30. 30. Okay, then 45, so 45. After that 55, this is 55. Next is 60, and then 35. Okay, students, so this is our when equal class intervals are given, so this is our histograms. Clear? Now the next is unequal class interval. Second case is unequal class intervals. Unequal class intervals are given. So in case of unequal class interval, frequencies are first adjusted. Okay, so frequencies are first adjusted before constructing the histogram. So the frequency distribution is adjusted in accordance to equal class width. So yes, so steps needed to adjust frequency. First step, students, you will take. First step is determine width of the lowest class interval and take this width as a standard one. Okay, first determine width of the lowest class interval and then take this width as a standard one. Then the second step we will take, determine width of other class intervals and calculate adjustment factor for each class. And the adjustment, yes, adjustment factor for any class, how to calculate it is equal to class interval of the concerned class and divided by lowest class interval. Okay, and then adjustment factor for any class, that is adjustment factor for any class is equal to width of the class and width of the lowest class. Clear? And the third step is the frequencies of classes with the lowest width are not changed and frequencies of all other classes are adjusted by dividing it with the adjustment factor. ठीक है, क्योंकि जो लोवेस्ट वाली होगी आपके पास फ्रीक्वेंसी वो तो चेंज नहीं होगी, उसके अलावा जितनी भी दूसरी फ्रीक्वेंसीज क्लासेस की दी हुई होंगी उनको आपने क्या करना है, डिवाइड करना है इस एडजस्टमेंट फैक्टर से. Okay, for example, if one class interval is twice as wide as the one having the lowest class interval, then divided the height of its rectangle by 2. Okay, so student, we take an example, then you can understand better. Okay, so now today our time is over. So tomorrow we will discuss this concept. So that's all for today. Have a good day.